Hey everybody, this is Terry. I'm in San Francisco and I'm excited to send out this very first podcast, a 10-minute piece between two other physical therapists, colleagues of mine, who are integrative practitioners. And we are talking about what is an integrative physiotherapist, a holistic practitioner from our perspective. I hope you enjoy it. If you have questions or comments or you want to message me, just hit the button below and we would love to hear from you. More is coming this way, and we are wanting to share our knowledge, our experience at the table on the floor, and of course, our experiences down at Esalen Institute in Big Sur, California. All right, guys. All right, we'll see you soon. Blessings and namaste.
Today is Tuesday, October 15th, 2024, 7:40 on Maui and 10:40 in San Francisco. And I'm here with my colleagues from the Dream Team, Terry Kim and Kristen Lindstrom. My name's Ed Sue. We're here just to kind of have a conversation about this project we've been playing around with for 2 decades, and just to share our collective knowledge and experiences through all these years, both professionally and personally, and just wanting to continue our legacy and what we've learned and found important and transformational in our lives, and just being able to pass on not just the information of our elders and our ancients, but just again of what we've learned and brought into our our professional and personal realm. And Terry, you were kind of brainstorming some thoughts and questions, just concerning a wise practice, for us to maybe talk about and share, if you want to.
Yes, I started writing on our profession, but really in the whole realm of healing in terms of rehabilitation for what we do as professionals, and the experiences that we have shared together as colleagues working together for over 2 decades and more, and then spending time side by side at the table down in Big Sur at Esalen Institute, studying body work and relational Gestalt practice, and how we can become more available to healing and the healing process for our patients and our clients. I saw that there were things that I was not able to reconcile with in terms of our current rehab structure. And some of it's time related, some of it's based on finances, insurance, some of it's based on productivity and efficiencies. And sort of in my blank slate of the world in rehab, what would I want to design? I didn't want to have finances or money to be exclusive. I didn't want to have access to be exclusive. And I wanted to have the capacity to be able to see somebody who was in need for as long as they needed to be seen to get healthy, and to use the tools and modalities, some of them which had not been mainstream in our world, and ways of thinking and ways of being with our clients and patients as human beings to help them realize their optimal health. I think one of the most important things for me that I learned, especially being down in Big Sur at Esalen, was that everybody is dealing with something, right? And everybody's expressing their needs in a different manner. And far be it from me to judge anybody who comes in front of me on my table or on the floor, or really even grocery checkout stand. It really extends out to my everyday experiences. So we're having a conversation on what an integrative practitioner is, and the three of us are physical therapists. Like, what does it mean to be an integrative practitioner or a holistic health practitioner or coach in this world today?
I'll take that first. I mean, I think the first step is just understanding the interconnectedness of the different body systems and tapping into kind of the mental and the emotional body that that is very interrelated to the physical symptoms in many cases. I think an integrative practitioner, physiotherapist, is taking kind of their conventional training in evaluation and assessment, along with their education and exercise prescription and manual techniques, and combining that with maybe other Eastern philosophies, body work, treating the myofascial system. And then something starting to explore more is really, how inflammation affects our body, and how nutrition affects that, and what we're eating and taking in to our vessel is having an impact on all of those body systems, our physical, mental, emotional bodies. Asking questions, listening, really truly listening without judgment.
But they focused on the same parts of the body and just the same approaches, but just in different modalities, was a game changer for me. And with the question, Terry, that you posed about integrative practitioner, physiotherapist, I mean, that learning that and really that merging, that really has molded the way I practice. And when people say, oh, do you see PT or do you see acupuncture? I mean, it's really hard now for me to separate the yin and the yang. It's just like it's merged. And then just with all the work that we've all been exposed to, and then trauma-based work, I think that brings in a uniqueness to what we are wanting to share to our colleagues and the rest of the community. So that's my take on integrative practitioners. It's how I view the person once they walk in the door, and not trying to put my agenda on it, and just saying, well, this is what I know, and let's see if it jives with what you're seeking, and just being more of a guide. The clients and patients I work, they continue to like transform and influence the way I practice and carry myself. I mean, now I'm really, God, if you asked me when as a new graduate that I'd be delving deep into energy work, I'd be like, come on, really skeptical. But now I'm really combining and integrating not just the physical modality, but the energetic and metaphysical and spiritual modalities. And it just takes it to a whole new level. Yeah. So that's my view on things. But Terry, what do you think?
Yeah, it's sort of always in development and refining, and polishing, but it's really about consciousness. And Kristen mentioned holism. I think it's just a constant of continuing to learn and be open to what's available, being self-aware. I think awareness is the key, right? To be keenly aware of ourselves as we move through the world, and certainly as we move through the world with our patients and clients. I think the consciousness is about, as you mentioned, Ed, it's about energy and everything that affects us through and as a form of energy, because that's all that we are. Everything is energy, as they would say, right? If I'm in struggle, then my patient is in struggle. If my patient's in struggle, then I'm in struggle. You know, if I'm nervous, the patient's going to pick up upon that energy. If I'm all in love and joy and in compassion, and I'm grounded in gratitude, I'm also grounded in healthy boundaries, then the patient understands that without even speaking a word. You just present yourself this way to the world. And by that, we magnetize that energy, and those individuals and souls, both professionally, personally, will find their way to our doorstep. And so as an integrated practitioner, you know, doing this kind of healing work, you know, we are bringing healing through us and through our body to other people. I think that's the ultimate form of what integrative practitioners are, really. And it's a continued evolution and a constant practice.